everybody! So I am here to review an animated film, an indie animated film, and this is called Long Way North, and it is by a co-director of The Secret of the Kells, Remy Shaaye, I think is how you pronounce it. And I was really excited to see this movie. I'd been really anticipating it, and they were kind enough to send me a copy to review. And I had just seen the trailers, and just it looked really, really, really cool. And it was a good movie. I don't think it's a great movie. It is about this girl named Sasha who's in 19th century Russia. She is an aristocratic daughter. Her grandfather went out on this explorer ship to the Arctic, and it was kind of became this sort of embarrassment for her family because it cost all this money and was a total disaster. Well, at the beginning of the movie, she finds out this clue that where they were looking for his ship was probably the wrong way, but nobody will listen to her, nobody cares. And so she kind of sets out on her own to try to find her grandfather and try to vindicate her family name. And the animation is beautiful in this. It has a very sort of rough kind of feel to it. They used a lot of color blocks to create the look. So in some ways it's very simple, but the way they use sort of the light and some of the edges can be kind of textured, I guess. And I thought that was really, really neat. And it was just something so new and visually different that I really enjoyed watching it. And there's scenes with a polar bear. The way that they did it with this sort of block of color looked really neat. And they did create sort of the ships. I was reading in some of the material they gave me that the ships and stuff were 3D, but as far as the personal characteristics, and I liked that they said, I want animators to spend time on the characters' emotions. I don't want them to spend time tracing details or pulleys. That's why the graphic style is so simple. No buttons, no laces, no folds in the clothes. So for the ship, the train, the dog sleds, the carriages, we made 3D objects. So I thought that was really neat, like here, that they really wanted to focus on the emotions, and so they kept even having buttons, even having like, so none of those sort of small details are there, which just made it really unique and different and sort of visually striking, something I hadn't seen before. And I think that I like Sasha as a character. I think that she is a fighter, and she's somebody that you really admire and look up to, and somebody who is also a bit of a diva at times. I liked that they didn't make her totally a warrior woman. Like, she wants to sleep in, and she doesn't want to sort of clean or eat the peasant food at first. Like, so she isn't like some kind of unrealistic character, I thought. And I thought that some of the interactions with some of the other characters on the boat and stuff were a lot of fun. The downside, I think, to this movie is that I do think the story is somewhat generic. It's very predictable. It's very sort of obvious what's going to happen, and I don't think it's that memorable of a story. And so I kind of wish that they had made it a little more creative. And they're on the boat for a long time. The second act is a little bit boring, and I felt like, I don't know, they just could have made more conflict and made it more sort of interesting. But then once they finally get to the Arctic, then there is some interesting conflict, and there is some, interesting sort of messages that Sasha gets from her grandfather and stuff like that. So it's not a bad story. I just wish it had been a little bit better. But overall, I was entertained by the film. Overall, I think it's definitely worth seeing. It's really beautiful, and I think that I could see it coming around Oscars. Don't be surprised if Long Way North is in the running, that you see it. So it was a beautiful film, but it could have been a little bit better, but I did enjoy it. And a strong first time directing for Remy, I think. And so I look forward to seeing what he does in the future. So if any of you get to see Long Way North, I know it's only in a few theaters right now across the country, but look for it maybe on Blu-ray, DVD. If it is playing by you, check it out. I think it's definitely worth supporting these small independent animators. And so thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!